We'll work out one more question from this oversubscription section. Again, exercise question we are doing. The very next question, exercise number 17. Eastern Company Limited having an authorized capital that is given, then premium is given 3 per share. If nothing is mentioned, you have to collect premium with allotment. Here it is specifically mentioned with allotment. Then split up is given. The first call 3 per share and the balance, that means there is second and final call. As and when required means, did the company make the call? No. As and when required means they haven't made it yet. So this is coming under not fully paid up category. They received applications for 60. We issued only for 50. So it's oversubscription. Start with working note. Then 3 sub sections are given, like applications for 40,000 shares received in full. It means those who applied for 40,000 shares, they got the entire number they applied. No rejection, no prorata. Applicants for 15,000 shares received only 8,000 shares. Then applicants for 5,000 shares received only 2,000. Excess money, what are they doing? Is it prorata? No. Excess money being returned. It's not prorata here. Again, it is rejection and refund. All amounts due on allotment were received. Then the first call was made. Money was received except on 100 shares. What's the meaning? There is calls in arrears at the time of first call. Then this question is not fully paid up category because the company has not made the second call. Journal entries you have to write. Cash book entries you have to write. Give journal and cash book entries to record the transactions and prepare the balance sheet. Journal is familiar. Balance sheet is now familiar. The cash book is something new for you, but last year you have learned it. So here we will have to do the cash book also. I'll show how to do cash book. It's easy. So we'll start with the working note. Before that, you write the splitter. What is the face value? Rupees 10. The premium is 3. So rupees 10 is the face value. 3 is premium. How much we are collecting altogether? We are collecting 13. And we are going to write the split up of this 13, not for 10. On application, it is 3. Allotment 5, then 3. So it is 3 plus 5, 8 plus 3, 11 plus 2. So that is how we are collecting, and this includes premium. That premium is rupees 3 per share. Okay. So much you have to write first. Now we will do the working note before writing journal. What's the working note you have to do? First you have to write total application money received. On how many shares you are receiving the application money? What is the oversubscribed number here? It is 60,000. So 60,000 into what is application per share? It is 3 per share. So 1,80,000 less actual application money. Actually, how many shares you allotted? Only 50. So 50,000 into 3, that is 1,50,000. The excess money is 30,000. And excess money, what are we doing? There is no prorata here. So this is the refund figure or rejected number of, this is not the number of shares, this is the refunded amount. Now we will do the journal. Draw the format and write the column headings. Start with the first journal entry, that is bank account debtor to, is it equity share? It simply mentions share, so to share application. Which amount will you write? the first amount in your working note, that is 1,80,000. Then write the narration. You must remember to write the refund entry as third entry. Second is transferring to share capital. So share application account debtor to share capital. Which amount will you write? Don't write 1,80,000. It's the second amount, 1,50,000. Now we'll write the refund entry as the third entry. That is share application debtor to bank. Refund, the amount is 30. So that is over. Application money refunded. The next is allotment due entry. All these are familiar to you now. So just write the entries. Share allotment account debtor to share capital. Okay, on how many shares will you get the allotment money? You will be getting allotment money on 50,000 shares. And what is allotment per share? It is 5 per share, including premium we are collecting, isn't it? So you have to do 50,000 into 5, including premium you have to take. So 50,000 into, so premium also you have to record. Just add that account here. That is 2 securities, premium, reserve. Just remember that here there is premium with allotment. So that premium must be included. So allotment will be 50,000 into 5. The including premium we are collecting now altogether. So whole amount 5 you have to take. Premium will be 50,000 into what is your premium per share? Premium per share is 3 per share. So 50 into 3, 1,50,000. The balance you can write for capital, that is 1 lakh. This is how you have to write the figures. Allotment you write first, that is 50,000 shares into the total allotment what we are collecting is 5, so into 5. Premium is only 3, so into 3. The balance you write for capital. Then next we will receive the amount bank debtor to share allotment entry we will write. This one you write the narration. So remember, when I forgot to write this SPR, write this SPR if there is premium. And it must be written with the term share capital. Next we will receive. When do we have call scenarios? Is it with first call? Yes. So bank account, you must have an idea of the entire question. Otherwise you will forget to write items. To share allotment account, here the amount is the share allotment. Just see the previous entry that we wrote. Share allotment is 2,50,000. The same thing we'll write now, we'll receive now, since there is no call scenarios. So entire 2,50,000 you are receiving. The share allotment figure you just copy paste. The same account we have in the previous entry. Next we'll write the first call entry. The due entry we'll write, that is share. Is it first and final call? No, we have second call, but the company has not demanded that. So no journal entry for that. So this is first call account debtor to share capital account. It is 50,000 into what is first call per share. It is 3. So 1,50,000. Then the received entry when you write, make sure you write the call scenarios. So bank account debtor calls in arrears account debtor to share first call. Share first call, which amount will you write? Take the same amount which we wrote in the previous entry, that is 1,50,000. Then calls in arrears. On how many shares you didn't receive first call? On 100 shares you didn't receive. So 100 into what is first call per share? 3. So that is 300. So the balance is 1,49,700. Okay. So the journal entries are over now because no need to write second call entries because the company has not made. How did you understand that sentence? Balance as and when required means company has not demanded the second and final call, so no entry for that. You shouldn't write entry for that. Okay, then next what we have to write is yes, that we wrote. Okay, next is the cash book we have to prepare. Now we wrote bank entry. So many bank entries we wrote in this question. When the question is asking you to prepare cash book means it is just a ledger account, particulars amount, that's a format, just like a cash account or bank account we are doing. And the bank entries we wrote, no, we'll just post it to that cash book. So cash book we know that it's actually similar to a cash account. So here instead of cash we are maintaining bank account. So we'll just post those bank entries to your cash book. Understood? Simply like preparing a ledger. That's all. But if the question is asking you to write journal entries and prepare cash book, actually you can avoid bank entries in the journal. Now we wrote bank entries also, no. See, I have written bank entries. Everywhere I have written bank entries from the first onwards. But in actually you can avoid these entries and save time. But I won't suggest you to do that because cash book when you prepare, if you have written journal entries, you can easily post. You can just look into the entries and do the posting in cash book. So it will be easier for you to prepare cash book if you have written bank entries, or else if you are confident enough. Actually the meaning is when you do cash book, no need to write journal entries related to bank, right? Journal entries related to bank only. Rest everything you have to write. So actually what will be the first entry? That bank to share application you have to exclude. You have to start with share application to share capital. So bank entries you must exclude when you prepare cash book. But even if you write bank entries, there is no problem. That would be better. That would be better means so that you won't make any mistakes. Directly you can do the posting in cash book also. So that's why I wrote the bank entries also. So cash book, just draw the format. It's particulars amount, particulars amount. Yes, just do the posting. First is bank to share application. So the posting will be on the debit side. To share application, the amount you just see from the entry, that is 1,80,000. Then next is bank to share allotment. That is, what was the amount? Just look into the entries and post. Then there is refund entry which will come on the credit side by share application, that is 30,000. Then to share first call, the bank figure you must write. Understood? To share first call, the bank figure only you can write here. The bank figure there is 1,49,700. Yes, entries are over now. Yes, now you just find the balancing figure as usual. So here the balancing figure will appear on the credit side. We don't have any opening balance and all. Simply post the entries, compute the balancing figure. Here it is on the credit side. It's 5,49,700. write the totals and you can double line the totals. That is 5,79,700. You can close this. Now we'll start the balance sheet. The entire balance sheet are they asking? Yes, the entire balance sheet we'll do now. So write balance sheet as at the date given, you write the date. Here we don't have any date in the question, so we'll start balance sheet. Give the column headings. The first one, equity and liabilities, shareholders fund, then share capital. Note number 1, we have to write reserves and surplus here because we have premium with allotment, so that you must remember. Understood? This question, entire balance sheet we are doing, and reserves and surplus is there in the question. We have securities premium reserve of 3 per share, so that should come here. I mean, SPR will be written only in note to accounts. Here you just write reserves and surplus. Then we have, do we have any non-current liabilities like bank loan or something? That we don't have, so that section you can avoid. Then current liabilities do we have, like calls in advance? We don't have any current liabilities, so that also we can avoid. Then the next is, so that is the end of your liabilities total. Then next we can write asset section. Do we have any non-current assets like fixed assets, non-current investments, long-term loans? Nothing we have, so exclude it. Current assets we have, that cash and cash equivalents. And in working note, what will you write? Cash at bank. So we'll write current assets. That is cash and cash equivalents. Against which you write note number 3, and cash at bank will write in the note to accounts. Double line the total, amounts will write later. The total assets also, total liabilities also you double line. Okay, now we'll do note to accounts. Particulars and amount column. The first one, share capital, that is authorized capital. The subsections you have to write. Authorized capital is 1 lakh shares of 10 each. Yes. Okay, authorized capital, it's given like this. Rupees 10 lakhs divided into shares of 10. It is rupees 10 lakhs. You have to write the number here. How will you get the number? It's not given directly. Rupees 10 lakhs of 10 each means 10 lakhs divided by 10. 1 lakh will be the number of shares. Be very careful when you write the number. Rupees 10 lakh means it is the amount. So the number is 1 lakh. Is it equity shares? No. So 1 lakh shares of rupees 10 each. It is 10 lakhs here in amount column. Then issued capital. Issued capital is how many shares did we issue? Okay, we have issued only 50,000 shares. Don't write 60. Public applied for 60. How many shares we issued? Only 50,000 shares of rupees 10 each. So 5 lakhs. Then the subscribed capital, you have to see whether it is fully paid up or not fully paid up. Here we have only fully paid up category because the company has not demanded the second and final call. If they haven't demanded the final call or any of the calls, that means you will have only not fully paid up category. So right, and there is call scenarios also which you have to deduct, but not fully paid up. Here the number of shares, how many shares will you write? How many shares did the public subscribe? I'm not asking how many shares did they apply. They applied for 60, but we issued or we allotted them only 50. So how many they can subscribe actually? They can subscribe only a maximum of 50 because company is having only 50,000 shares. Understood? So subscribed number is 50, not 60. 60 they applied, they could subscribe only 50. So 50,000 shares of rupees 10 each, but the company didn't call fully. How much did the company call? Okay, the company called 3, that is the application, then 5, that is the allotment, but that includes premium. But do you remember in the balance sheet we wrote premium under reserves and surplus? We have to write it under reserves and surplus. Separately we are writing. So now when you add, don't take 5, you have to take only 2. Because premium is 3, exclude that. Premium will be written separately under reserves and surplus. So here in share capital, don't include premium. It's to be separately written. So 3 plus 2, 5 plus 3, the first call also we made. That means rupees 8 called up. So how will you write the amount? It is 50,000 into 8. That is 4 lakhs. Less what should we write? There is something to be deducted. That is calls in arrears. Just take it from your journal entry. What is calls in arrears figure in your entry? It is 300. So the balance you can write in the outer column, that is 3,99,700. Okay. So only not fully paid up category we have. The second is reserves and surplus. The second not number. Here we can write securities premium reserve. Just take it from your journal, journal entry. The amount is directly written, no SPR amount. It is 1,50,000, so you just write that directly. 1,50,000. Double line this amounts. The third one is, not number is cash and cash equivalents. Then below that you write cash at bank. Cash book already you have prepared. Just take the balancing figure and write. That is 5,49,700. Double line this. Note to accounts got over. Take your balance sheet. Asset section, it is 5,49,700. So total also the same. Liabilities also should be same. Share capital, what's the figure in share capital? 3,99,700 and 1,50,000. So just add it. It should be 5,49,700. Okay, just see whether it is same. Yes. So now the total of liabilities and total of assets, we got it equal. So the answer is correct. So cash book, what you have to remember is you can avoid bank entries if they ask you to do cash book also. But if you are not confident enough, you write bank entries also. Then you write, then you prepare the cash book so that it will be easy for you to post.